Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I am posting new yoga classes every single week and I don't want you to miss one. Today I'll be guiding you through a 30-minute strength building Vinyasa flow. This is a fun full body yoga workout to build strength and muscle tone. You won't need any equipment besides your mat and all you have to do is follow along. When you're ready, come join me on the mat. We'll begin our class standing at the top of our mat. So go ahead and come on up, take your big toes to touch, heels slightly apart, and just begin to allow your shoulders to fall down the back. You can place your palms facing forward, stand nice and tall, lift your toes up off of the ground, fan them out, and then place them back down. So we're grounding through the four corners of each foot. Take a moment here just to close your eyes. Tune into your body. Take a nice deep breath in. Big exhale, let it go. Another big inhale. And a big exhale. Relax your jaw. Relax the space between the brow line. Take one more full, steady breath in. And a big breath out. And then begin to blink your eyes open. Take an inhale, arms reach high above you, palms press up overhead. And exhale as you fold in half. Let it all go. Inhale, lengthen the spine, find your flat back. Lower the hands down, step it back, find your plank pose. Keep your core engaged here as you shift forward and lower all the way to the belly. From here, untuck your toes. You can take your fingertips really wide to the outer edges of the mat and then roll your shoulders down the back as you lift your heart. So fingertips stay down. Keep reaching your chest forward. Take a deep inhale and then exhale, lower back down. Let your palms come underneath your chest as you sink back and find child's pose. So really lengthening through the spine. You can wiggle your hips back a little bit. Maybe your forehead even rolls slightly back and forth. And just continue to push your chest down toward the ground. Take another big breath in. Big breath out. When you're ready, press all the way into your first downward facing dog. And as you get there, just start to move around so you can pedal your heels, shift the weight across your hips. The palms stay really open as you push your chest back. Allow your head to get heavy. Shoulders away from the ears. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale, let it go. And then look forward. Take a walk up to the front and find a flat back. Lengthen. Exhale to fold over. Root down through your feet. Rise up. Palms press up overhead. And hands release to the sides. So really starting to move now. Inhale, reach up and lengthen. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, find a flat back. Lower the hands, step it back, find your plank pose. Keep your core strong. Shift forward, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. See if you can lift your thighs off of the ground. And then exhale, use your core, press back, downward facing dog. So just starting to warm up. Take another deep inhale right here. Exhale, you can sigh it out. And then look forward. Come onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees. Step or float up. And find your flat back. Exhale, we're folding. Root down. Rise up. Palms press. And hands release to the sides. From here, big toes come together. Heels apart. Inhale, take a seat and find your chair pose. Utkatasana. So get heavy in your hips, weights back in your heels. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, we're folding. Inhale, find a flat back. Lower your hands, step or float back to chaturanga. Keep your core strong. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, press it back, down dog. From here, take your big toes to touch and inhale, reach your right leg up behind you. You can open your hip up. Just kind of roll around the knee, the hip, and the ankle. Come back and find a straight leg. And then step it up right into warrior one. So the back heel comes down. Hips square to the front. Reach through your arms. Soften across your shoulders, belly in. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, lower the hands down, step back. Vinyasa is yours. So moving down through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. Meeting in down dog. Big toes touch, lift the left leg. Again, you can roll it around here. And then come back to a straight leg, step it up. Right into warrior one. Back heel down. Inhale, the arms lift. Hip bones are squaring forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands find the ground. Step back, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. So full, steady breath. Keep in mind you can always pause this video or take a child's pose. Go ahead and look forward, step or float up to the front. Find your flat back. Exhale, we're folding. Inhale, take your seat, find your chair pose. Utkatasana, get heavy in your hips. Make sure if you look down, you can see your toes. If you can't see your toes, pull your knees back. Press through your feet, come all the way up, palms press. And hands release all the way to the sides. Inhale, reach up again, lengthen, take a little baby back bend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Palms down, step or float back. Take your vinyasa, meet me back in down dog. All right, so really getting into some upper body strength work here. We're going to come onto the balls of the feet. Begin to bend your knees. Press your hips further back so your chest is pushing back to your thighs. As you inhale, you're just going to kind of shift your weight forward right into plank pose. Take a breath in. Big breath out. We're going to do that again. So go ahead and press into down dog. And then this time, instead of shifting, you're going to really like shoot your body forward, propelling it forward. So come onto the balls of the feet, bend your knees, press your hips back, and then shift forward. Plank pose. Big breath in. Exhale. Come back, down dog. Do that again. Inhale, balls of your feet, bend your knees, press your hips back, shoot forward. From here, plank pose, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, back to plank pose, and then down dog. Good. From here, come to the balls of your feet, bend your knees, hips back. Last time, shoot forward, plank pose, and lower chaturanga. Inhale, this time, upward facing dog. Exhale to down dog. Take an inhale. A big exhale. Now go ahead and separate your feet nice and wide. So almost to the edges of the mat. Walk your hands all the way back toward your feet, to the back of your mat. Take opposite elbows and sway side to side. Head is heavy. Release your hands. Take your hands over your low back. You can grab opposite hands or interlace your fingers or even grab a strap. And then pull your hands away from you. So big stretching your shoulders. You can sway side to side, bend your knees. And then release your hands down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, walk it back out, down dog. You can take your feet back to about inner hips width. Take an inhale here. Big exhale. Inhale, the right leg lifts. And go ahead and step it up in between your hands. Find a high lunge so the back heel remains lifted. Inhale, the arms stretch up. So soften through your shoulders, pivoting your hip bones toward the front. Big breath in. Exhale, open to warrior two. So as you come into your warrior two, you want to make sure that knee is right over ankle and you're pulling the knee open toward the pinky toe. Gazing over the right fingertips. Take a nice deep inhale right here. Keep your legs as they are. Exhale, revolve your warrior, reaching back through the right hand. Continuing to open through your chest. And then come back to find warrior two. Go ahead and straighten out that front leg. As you do that, hands come to the heart. You're going to turn your right toes to the long edge of the mat. Turn your left toes out slightly and then sink into that right knee as you press back into your hips. So Skandasana. So really finding that length through the inner thigh on that left side. Take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to come back up over to the other side. So bending this time left knee, straightening the right leg. Big breath right here. You got it. And then this time we're just going to come all the way up. You're going to turn your toes both out to the side slightly for goddess pose. Bend your knees, elbows out to the side. Elbows are bending, palms open. Sink your hips a little bit deeper. Lift your chest, breathe here for 5. Maybe you rock a little bit left and right for 4. Go a little bit deeper for 3, 2. Maybe smile a little bit, even deeper. And 1, come back up, palms together. Turn your right toes forward, pivot the left foot in, and then step it in just enough so the hips can comfortably square to the front. From here, hands can come at your hips for more support, or if you want more of a challenge, find a shoulder opener. You might take a hidden prayer or opposite elbows, opposite wrists. Either way, inhale, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, fold over. So trying to keep the length in both of your legs. Right leg is staying long. Left heel is grounding down. From here, go ahead and release your hands to the floor. Walk them out in front of your foot. And then we're going to shift the weight onto the right foot. Kick the left leg up. You can stay here, finding your standing split. You can take one hand or both hands to the back of your calf or ankle, just trying to find some steadiness there. Or you can play with handstand hops. If you're playing with handstand hops, palms are down in front of you, and we're trying to pull the belly in, shoulders over wrists, and then using just the right leg to kick up. The left leg is going to stay where it is, right? We're just using that right leg to try to get into our, just catching some air in our handstand. So give it a try. And then eventually we're coming all the way into our high lunge again. Back heel remains lifted. Inhale, the arms lift. Take a big inhale. Exhale, lower your hands down. Step the right foot all the way back, side plank. So stacking the feet to the outer edge of the left foot. Breathe here for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower the hand. And take your vinyasa, meeting back in down dog. Ooh, that was a lot. So shoulders roll back, head is heavy. From here, just look forward, step or float up to the front, flat back. Exhale, we're folding. Root down through your feet, rise up, palms press. And hands come all the way to the side. So before we take the other side, just separate your feet about inner hips width. Drop the right hand to the right side. Inhale, left arm stretches. Belly in, lengthen even more. and then tip open to the right side. So big stretch all the way from the left fingertips down through your left heel. Ground into your feet, come back up, and then switch your arms. Right arm lifts, left arm falls. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tip open to the left side. So big side body stretch. Make sure that you're using the strength of your spine, not just the flexibility. Press down to lift up. And then both hands come to the low back. Fingers point to the floor, palms are wide. Inhale, lift your chest, roll your heart open, push your hips forward, tip your gaze back, any amount. Come back to neutral. Hands to your hips. Inhale, lift your chest one more time. And exhale, we're folding. Inhale, find a flat back. Lower your hands, step or float back. Take your vinyasa, meet in down dog. From here, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward right into that high lunge. So hip bones are squaring forward, back heel is lifted. Inhale, the arms stretch high. So breathing here, really opening through your collarbones. Stay nice and strong in your legs. Take another inhale, get taller. And then exhale, spin your back heel down, open to warrior two. And I was just checking in your alignment. So we want to make sure we're heel to arch alignment. That means left heel is in line with the right arch. Check to make sure that right arm is just as lifted as the left. Feeling that left thigh start to heat up a little bit. Take an inhale. Exhale, revolve your warrior. Reach it on back. And then come back, find warrior two. Straighten that front leg, hands at your heart. Pivot your left toes to the long edge of the mat. Pivot the right toes out a little bit. And then sink through your left hip. Bend your knees, Skandasana. So big stretch through the inner right thigh. Root down, rise up, over to the right side. So bending through the knee. If you need your hands for support on the floor, you can always use that. And this time we're coming up all the way to center. Turn both toes out slightly so heels are in. Sink through your hips, goddess pose. So palms are open. Sink a little bit deeper. And then if you want to really fire it up, we're going to come to the balls of the feet, lifting the heels. It's no joke. Breathe here for 5. 4, steady breath for 3. Sink a little deeper for 2. And 1, come up, let your heels come down. Hands can come to your hips. Left toes turn forward. Right foot comes out on an angle slightly for our pyramid pose. You can take any shoulder opener or just keep your hands at your hips. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, we're folding. So big stretch through the left leg. Keep grounding through the right heel, the outer edge of your foot. And then release your hands down. Have a soft bend in the left knee, working into our standing split as you lift the right leg. So again, any variation here, you can stay with the hands on the floor. Take one or both hands around the back of the calf or ankle, or try out those handstand hops. And remember, if you're heading into handstand hops, it's the left leg that is doing the kicking. Right leg is staying where it is. So take a few times, just try it out. We're eventually going to meet back in our high lunge. Take a nice deep breath right here. Really stretch through your fingertips. And then exhale, lower your hands down. We're going to stack the weight onto the outer edge of the right foot. Side plank. So lifting the left arm, lifting the hips. Breathe here for 5. 4, steady breath for 3. 2, and 1. Lower the hand and take your vinyasa. So meeting back in down dog, take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Come down onto your knees and find child's pose, balasana. And we'll slowly begin to come back up. And you're just going to send your legs all the way around, coming down onto your sits bones as you lengthen the legs long. Rock back onto your hips, finding boat pose, Navasana. So lifting the legs any amount. You can keep them nice and low if that's what you're feeling today, or really fire up the core and lift them all the way up, straightening out the legs. We're going to be here for 10, for 9, keep breathing for 8, maybe a little higher, 7, 6, 5, 4, steady breath for 3, for 2, and 1. Feet come down. Take your hands behind your fingers, point toward you, roll your chest open, lift your hips, and tip your gaze back. So stretching through the front side of your shoulders. And then with control, let your hips come down. Extend your legs long. Inhale, the arms lift. And exhale, we're folding. From here, we'll slowly lift back up. Come back to place the soles of your feet down to the floor. You can take your hands behind you for support. We're not coming into that stretch again. So right foot is going to hook across the left thigh. And you can stay right here, right? To make it just a little bit deeper, take your foot a little closer to you. Walk your hands in slightly. So just getting a big stretch through that right IT band. You can even kind of rock a little bit, left and right. And then from here, we're gonna just switch legs. So nothing too crazy. Left foot comes over the right thigh. Again, you can walk it in a little closer. You can kind of shift side to side. Whatever feels good. And then go ahead and extend what you have. Just shake it on out. All right, so we're going to take one more strength pose, working in our headstand. But if headstand is already in your practice and you feel like it's just like kind of chill for you, kind of easy, we're going to take it a step up. All right, if headstand is not in your practice yet, I have dolphin push-ups for you, which are very tough. All right, so we'll start with our dolphin push-ups, and then you can progress if you want to go deeper. So our dolphin push-ups, so capping the elbows, taking the hands to the outside of the triceps, taking the elbows down, interlacing the fingers. From here, tuck your toes under, lift the knees, sits bones, push back. All right, so if this is difficult for you, you can stay here. To go deeper, walk your feet in a little bit. And then look forward. You're going to shift your weight forward. Try to touch your nose to the ground in front of your hands, and then press it back. So that's one dolphin push-up. Do as many as it feels good. All right, so keep doing that if that's in your practice. All right, if that's where you want to stay. If you want to take it a step up, we're just going to head right into our headstand. So capping those elbows, interlacing the fingers, taking the head down, but the part of the head that's going to touch the ground is somewhere in between your hairline and the flat part of your head. So like somewhere in this general area. All right, so it's different for every single person. So if it feels wrong, come out of it. Try it again, just a little bit different. All right, so the head is going to come down, cradling the head in your hands, toes tuck under, lift the knees, walk your feet in. If this is where you want to stay here. To go deeper, take one foot up, so heel comes to the butt, right? We're not taking the foot all the way up in the air. Knees into your chest, heel to butt. And then do the same thing on the other side. You can stay here as long as you need to. All right? If you want to come all the way up, start to gradually straighten the legs. And just breathe. So if you're in your headstand and you want more, you're going to engage your core. Keep your legs super straight, super strong, and you're going to lower your legs halfway. So just piking them so they're parallel to the ground. Hold it there. Breathe here for 5. 4, steady breath for 3. 2. 1, come back up into your headstand. And then with control, we're coming all the way down with straight legs. Come down, find a child's pose. Slowly we'll begin to come back up, and you can either take a seat on your heels or come into your Sukhasana, your easy pose. We're going to stretch our neck out a little bit. So lengthen the spine. Drop the right hand down over to the right side, so just the fingertips are down. Inhale, left arm high. Drop that hand over toward the right ear. Just put a little bit of pressure down. Reaching left ear to left shoulder. And of course, you can tip your head up or down, finding a stretch. Come back through center, switch it. So left hand drops to the left. Inhale, right arm up. Place that hand over to the left side. And again, tipping your chin up or down. Release that. Interlace your fingers. Place your hands at the nape of your neck. Reach your chin to your chest. And again, of course, you can tip your head to the left or to the right. And begin to release the grip. Let your head get heavy and just roll your head in one direction. Really big circles. Begin to switch the direction. Come back to center. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. Bring your shoulders to the ears. Take an inhale. And exhale, let them fall down. Do that 2 more times on your own. So inhale, shoulders up. And exhale, let them fall. 1 more time. All right, so from here, go ahead and lower down onto your back. You can draw your knees into your chest. Give them a really good hug. Rock it out side to side. And find a happy baby. So hands come around your feet. Press your knees nice and wide. And then take the soles of your feet down. I don't know if you could hear my dog yawn. And so soles of the feet down really wide and knees apart. Or you can take your feet together and your knees apart. Whatever feels best on your hips and your low back. All right, one hand's going to rest on top of your heart, the other over your belly. Close your eyes here. Focus your attention on your breath. So slowing everything down. And then we'll eventually start to lower down into Shavasana. So extending the arms, extending the legs. Quiet mind, quiet body. Begin to deepen your breath as you inhale, expanding the belly, the ribs, the lungs. As you exhale, let it all go completely. Start to send a little bit of movement into your hands and your feet. You can roll your wrists, nod the head back and forth, reach up eventually, and then roll to your side. Start to press yourself up, find a comfortable and easy seat, and just take the hands together in front of your heart. Take a moment just to thank yourself for choosing to practice. Notice your body, notice your mind, and notice any thoughts. Just take it all in without judgment. And thank you all so much for joining me in class today. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.
All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me in this 30-minute full body strength building flow. I hope you feel strong and refreshed. Let me know in the comments how it went for you. If you want a longer cool down, here is a great 20-minute mobility flow to stretch out. And as always, I will be back real soon with brand new yoga classes for you. But until then, have a fantastic day and I will see you soon.